you guys in here that are wholesaling, I wanted to show you guys just live, like how in new markets especially, how we build really strong buyers lists very quickly. Okay, so the first thing that we do when we're building a buyers list super quickly, that we want to build a good buyers list, is we'll start with just we call raw data, kind of like when you're doing seller marketing. Raw data you can get from PropStream, InvestorLift, there's Cash Buyers Plus, you can go on Facebook groups, and I call those raw buyers. So these are buyers that we know are actively buying based on data that we can buy, but we don't know them. And I'm a big proponent of selling deals to people that you know and building relationships. I think this is a relationship business, and relationships scale faster than anything. So we want to leverage the way I built relationships, guys, is by having deals. And so you want to use your deals to build relationships because that's the leverage that you have if you're sourcing deals and you're not flipping them and you're wholesaling them. So even if you are flippers, guys, it's great to have this because there's going to be some deals. And I've worked with a lot of flippers that are able to double their revenue because they're just wholesaling deals that they don't want themselves. So then how do we turn them into a buyer lead? Right. So for someone to become a buyer lead for us, they have to fill out a form. So after we pull, we'll send them emails, texts, and we'll call them. We'll have a cold caller call them. We'll send them emails. We'll send them texts, and we'll ask them, we need to know three things: geography, price point, asset. If they answer those three questions for us, I consider that person now a buyer lead. We're still not selling a ton of deals to them right away, but that is how someone goes from a raw buyer for me to a buyer lead. Then from a buyer lead down here, I have what we call a vetted buyer. And a vetted buyer has to do an intake call with my team. So for someone to become a vetted buyer, they have to actually get on the phone and talk to us about what they're doing, who they are, what they're buying, what their hopes and dreams are. We record that, put it in our CRM. Now we have a relationship. That is a vetted buyer. So we know their geography, their price point, their asset class. And now we've gotten to know them. We put them through a script. We ask them questions. We start building some rapport. Then you have what is called a VIP buyer. A VIP buyer is someone that has bought in 3+ deals from us. And then we have my favorite, and these are the people that become your lenders, your partners, your business partners, your mentors, is your VIP plus buyers. And those are buyers that we have done 5+ deals with. My goal is to sell 80% of our inventory at this level. Okay, so 80% of our inventory is sold here. I want to sell the next 10 to 15% here, and I want to sell 5% or less of our inventory to vetted buyers, buyer leads, and raw buyers, or Facebook groups, or investor lifts, or things of that nature. Last resort should be posting a deal into Facebook and investor lift. I've seen so many deals go to die, even if they're really good deals, because they get blasted in a Facebook group. It just ruins. Deals are sold on personalization and exclusivity, and that destroys them. I can promise you guys that. If you guys are mass blasting deals, it's really hurting your reputation, whether you know it or not, because the real buyers, and I'll give you an example. In 2019, 2020, I was selling deals to, I was following the strategy. And everyone said, Cole, every time I went and speak, people would pull me off after I got off stage, said, you're crazy. I'm using Investor Lift. I'm posting on Facebook groups and I'm making 20 grand more per you per deal, 10 grand more per you per deal. And I said, maybe, well, what's going to happen when the market shifts? All the onesie, twosie flippers and investors are going to run for the hills. So that happened, right? When rates shot up, and I believe it was the end of 22, most people started hitting me up saying, hey, I can't move a deal. And our contract to close rate was still 90% because we had legit relationships with real buyers. The real buyers that run machines, that run businesses, which we're talking about today, and operations, they buy in any market cycle. So the way you build relationships with those people is a lot of the real-time buyers, guys, that they don't want to get your freaking email blast. They don't want to see the deal on a Facebook post and then have it sent to them after that. They want it to be personalized and exclusive. And that is how we built our reputation and gotten so good at the buyer side. And that obviously leads to lenders, business partners, and things of that nature over time. So that is my theory on building your disposition pipeline and taking someone from someone you're just meeting to someone that you have a good relationship with.